is KVUE News Daybreak.
Harrison was arguably one of the nicest people I ever met.
A heavy loss for Longhorns as many remember the student killed on UT's campus this week. What we're learning about Harrison Brown and how you can help his family. And Congress expected to pass a massive spending bill, but there's another topic that's grabbing the attention of Washington lawmakers: the latest backlash to the president's health care plan. Good Wednesday morning to you, and thank you for watching KVUE News Daybreak at 4:30. I'm Yvonne Nava. Let's get a look at what we're tracking with Storm Team meteorologist Erica Lopez.
Hey there, Yvonne. Good morning. Warm, muggy start out there. It's extremely sticky. We're talking about high humidity today ahead of a cold front that's approaching us for this afternoon. Here's a look at the current temperatures as you head out the door this morning. Lower 70s, upper 60s for Mason. A lot of folks didn't even cool down into the 60s overnight. So this is how today is going to play out. We're talking lots of clouds out there and also 20% chance of rain shower activity for this morning. That percentage is going to increase this afternoon as a cold front pushes through our region. Isolated showers, notice they're pretty much in a line. That's ahead of the cold front that will be pushing through our viewing area by about your evening commute hours. So keep that in mind as you're heading out the door. Keep in mind it's going to be muggy and still pretty warm this afternoon. Yvonne, back to you.
All right, thank you so much. New overnight, firefighters worked to keep a fire at the Domain from spreading from a set of stairs to the apartments. Officials say the fire started on a public balcony around 2 o'clock this morning. Smoke spread into the hallways, forcing residents to evacuate. Once the smoke cleared, they were allowed to go back into their homes. Officials say there is no smoke damage or water damage. The cause of the fire is under investigation. University of Texas students are still trying to make sense of what happened after a deadly stabbing on campus on Monday. Last night, students gathered to remember freshman Harrison Brown, killed in the attack. Of the 3 others who got hurt in the attack, we have learned that 2 of those stabbing victims have been released from the hospital. One of them had to undergo surgery and remains in the hospital recovering from his wounds. 21-year-old Kendricks White is facing a murder charge for the attack. He's being held on a $1 million bond.
Tears in your eyes, think all of them are wonderful. Start me, steal my breath.
That's a video of Harrison Brown singing and playing the guitar, as you just saw. He shared this video on his Facebook page last December. Now, his brother John says Harrison wanted to follow his passion for music, and just last August he sent us a tweet talking about how much he loved the campus and the people at the University of Texas. The university honored him by ringing the tower bells yesterday afternoon, and many of his classmates are remembering him too. 2 of his friends created a memorial for him in front of Gregory Gym.
Decided we would set up a little memorial oval with a cross in the middle of it at the actual spot. I just felt as though we were giving Harrison something that he deserved. It's more of just a memory to him, and also just I want our campus to be united and in remembrance.
Brown was also a new member of an on-campus a cappella group, the Ransom Notes. The group's president says Brown was full of laughter and always smiling.
Know that he was part of our regular worshiping community, and that makes him part of us.
The UT community coming together to remember the life Brown led. People gathered at the University Catholic Center to pay their respects. The clergy told us it's a time to comfort each other and help those impacted by the tragedy. The University Catholic Center is now accepting donations for a memorial fund to Brown's family. For more information on how you can help, you can just go to our website, kvue.com. Family, friends, and peers will continue to honor Brown this week, and happening tonight, there will also be a community gathering at the UT Main Mall. It'll take place from 7 to 8, and the Ransom Notes, that's the a cappella group Brown was part of, will have a tribute for him at their final concert. That's this Friday at 6 p.m. at UT's Texas Union Theater. Well, UT is increasing security on campus after the attack. UTPD, Austin Police, as well as Department of Public Safety now sending out their officers to keep watch on campus. There will be more troopers and patrol vehicles on motorcycles, bikes, and horses 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. UT President Greg Fenves is urging students and staff to come forward if they come across offensive flyers on campus grounds. And this comes after several students reported posters with racist images just 1 day after the deadly attack on campus. And take a look. This flyer shows an African-American man holding a knife bearing the words, quote, Around blacks never relax. A UT student says she found the flyer on Tuesday on an emergency call box near the Littlefield fountain. President Fenves has since ordered officials to remove all offensive flyers that are reported. Happening today, the House is set to vote and hopefully approve a $1 trillion spending bill to keep the government running. And this comes as Republicans try to reshape the nation's healthcare system by gathering enough votes to pass a reform bill. ABC's Kenneth Moten explains how President Trump is responding to this showdown, which is now turning heads from both Republicans and Democrats alike.
Today, President Trump making another play on health care.
How's health care coming, folks? How's it doing? All right, we're moving along. I think it's time now, right?
The president, more like a coach in front of lawmakers while honoring the U.S. Air Force Academy football team. By our count, 2 no's could tank the new House GOP plan to repeal and replace Obamacare.
We're excited about this policy. We're making very good progress with our members.
At issue, pre-existing conditions. States would be allowed to opt out of covering them, a move that satisfies the hardline Freedom Caucus, but not moderates like influential Republican Representative Fred Upton.
This amendment torpedoes that, and I told the leadership I cannot support this bill with this provision in it.
Upton now working on an amendment to provide $8 billion over 5 years to help people with pre-existing conditions pay premiums. The spending bill to keep the government running expected to pass. Now there's a dispute over who won in negotiations.
No money for the border wall, not one plug nickel.
President Trump, who didn't get most of what he wanted, angry that Democrats are claiming victory.
The president is frustrated with the fact that he negotiated in good faith with the Democrats and they went out to try and spike the football and make him look bad.
The president is expected to sign the spending bill, but he's not happy with Democrats tweeting a threat that the country needs a good shutdown in September to fix the mess. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin are on the same page when it comes to ending terrorism and tension with North Korea and Syria. That's according to White House officials. During a phone conversation between Trump and Putin yesterday, the two leaders talked about efforts to end terrorism, I should say, in the Middle East and water down tension with North Korea. This is the first time the two have spoken since last month's airstrike against a Syrian air base. Well, 4:37 is your time, and this morning we're hearing from Hillary Clinton for the first time on what she says led to her loss in November. She made the comments Tuesday at the Women for Women International's luncheon in New York. She blamed Russian interference and the fact that the FBI director, James Comey, released a letter about an investigation into her emails on October 28th. Clinton also said if the election had been held on the day before that FBI letter, she would be the president.
Did we make mistakes? Of course we did. Did I make mistakes? Oh my gosh, yes. You know, you'll read my confession and my request for absolution. But the reason why I believe we lost were the intervening events in the last 10 days.
Clinton says right now she is focused on writing a book about her experience and taking her dog on walks. Back here in Austin today, deputies in Williamson County will be on the lookout for distracted drivers. It's all in an effort to protect children and staff while they walk near schools. Deputies will be watching out for people not obeying police officers and school crossing guards. They'll also be looking for drivers on cell phones in school zones. They will focus on areas near Great Oaks Elementary, Bill Burden Elementary, and other school zones. Austin Mayor Steve Adler helping shine light on local small businesses looking to take off. Today, he will help to kick off the Austin Small Business Festival. Tonight, he'll announce a plan to let local business owners use live stream technology to pitch their ideas to one of the largest Chinese online retailers, similar to Amazon. The event begins at 10 tonight and lasts until 2 a.m. And now let's get another look at our forecast with Erica.
All right, gloomy start to our day. Temperatures in the 70s as you're waking up this morning. It's warm, it's sticky. It's a large mass of humidity in front of a cold front that's going to push through us by this afternoon. That will lower down your temperatures and humidity, but expect some possible sprinkles out there this morning also. Here's a look at your temperatures throughout the hill country. Only 60s out there, or in the upper 60s for Mason, 68 degrees. Areas are in the lower 70s other than that. Same thing for the central counties. Dripping Springs, you're the coolest right now at 69 degrees, and everyone is in the lower 70s for the eastern counties. Here's what your rush hour forecast looks like. A 20% chance of a sprinkle this morning as you're heading to work. By this afternoon, we do have a cold front that's pushing through us. That's going to spark up some thunderstorm chances along that cold front, so we're calling it a 50% chance of a possible storm that could affect your evening commute, and temperatures will be in the 80s. Calling it 86 for your forecasted high. A south wind will change into a north wind by this evening as that cold front does push through your region. So expect tonight to be much cooler and comfortable once that cold front passes. I'm going to break down hour by hour in the full forecast exactly who will be under that cold front as that chance of showers passes through our region. I'll chat about it coming up this morning. Yvonne, back to you.
Thank you. Chick-fil-A lovers will be lining up at a new location this morning for a chance to get some free grub for a whole year. Wow, you heard it right. There's a new restaurant opening up in Round Rock tomorrow. The first 100 people who are in line before the grand opening will be eligible to receive 52 meals free of charge. And now you can start lining up at 6 this morning. You do need a valid ID to participate. The restaurant is located at 305 University Boulevard. For more information on this event, go to our website, kvue.com. This morning, a group is calling for warning labels on acid reflux drugs. Coming up, the important message they want all consumers to know. And a live look outside this daybreak from one of our tower cameras. It is Wednesday. It feels like Wednesday. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. We'll see.